A warm welcome to everybody. Today is a special day. It was about 7 or 8 years ago. My teacher, Mike Cross, asked me to translate the fukanzazengi in French. And being the lazy bugger I am, and having so many other fishes to fry, things to do, I haven't done it. But today, I do it. Because also I decided to provide some directions through a series of videos on the fukanzazengi, and to provide some very limited insights. So I will use the Nichijima Cross translation as well as the work in progress of my teacher, and I will provide my own take on the actual text, working kanji by kanji. It's going to be a very slow process, something like a turtle coming, turtle race, very, very slow, one sentence at a time. I don't care about time. So we might stay on it for 2 years, I don't know. There's a lot to dig, there's a lot to explore, and a lot to let go of and practice. A lot to allow naturally to manifest itself. I would like also to say that the guys that are going to receive the precepts, particularly the guys in Belgium this coming December, I want you to chew this text very well. The theme of the retreat is canon, but of course fukanzazengi is essentially about shikantaza. And shikantaza is a womb. Shikantaza is a matrix of all Buddhas, of all Bodhisattvas. That's where they originate from. It's a light that Eijo is talking about, Dogen is talking about, Kaizen is talking about. They're all talking about that point, which is actually not a point. So we will just look at canon, but we need to chew what Dogen has in mind, in mouth, in his words about just sitting. So please, Peter, Sean, Mike, and of course Soen, would you look at fukanzazengi very clearly. Now the camera is doing something funny because of the change of light, I imagine. Anyway, it's going to look like an old movie of the 20s. That's a good one. All right. Fukanzazengi. So what is it? Fukanzazengi. Well, it's a set of rules, of directions, it's a kind of guide. That's what the title says. to the method, to the practice of sitting Zen, of zazen. And fukanzazengi is for everybody. Of course, originally it was written by Dogen when he came back from China, and one first version of it was, I think, written in 1227, I think. 1227, I'm almost sure. And what did he do actually? I mean, if you look into the texts and if you compare this body of the fukanzazengi, the first version, to old manuals of meditations and stuff, Chinese origin, you might just see many similarities, actually sometimes almost copy-paste. Almost. Of course, some patches are Dogen's sort of brushwork and body work and body-mind work, but a lot of it has been written before. Doesn't make Dogen somebody that steals. He's just sewing a kesa. The text is a kesa, and the fukanzazengi is a kesa made of many patches. So the thread, the needlework are Dogen's, but some patches too, and very essential ones. But a lot of it comes from different parts. And this okesa of fukanzazengi is given to us as a very inspiring guideline. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like again to draw the parallel between Shobogenzo and a kesa. Because if you haven't seen that Shobogenzo is a kind of patchwork, you haven't opened your eyes yet. So please, it's a good one. So, fukanzazengi is very much treasured by people that like to be caught by the still state, caught by sitting Zen. So it's been revered and studied by many teachers of the past. And it is sang every morning. I think so. In the monastery, the training monasteries of Japan. And now many parts of the world, because Zen is spreading. Not with the speed of a turtle though. Rather flashy. Shinkansen mode. TGV. Okay, anyway. It's important in the morning. It's important every day, just to make it sound. And the recitation of it is pretty slow, it's pretty steady, it's pretty almost hypnotic. Very interesting. So we're not going to recite it in a Japanese way, of course. We are going to look at its meaning, at its implications. So Dogen wrote that for the lay people. Yeah, for the monks and the lay people. Because originally, as you remember, his way of teaching was very open to everybody. So I suppose he wanted to make a kind of summary of the very essence of what is the Dharma for him. So the text is very accessible, very understandable, very easy, but at the same time so deep, so profound. Simple, yet not that simple. So we'll just chew it, swim in it, absorb it, spit it. We'll just let it work with our practice, and the interaction of our practice and the study and the looking at it and the recitation of it should do something. Now again, it's nothing definite, it's nothing cast in stone, it doesn't have to be, this is it. we're going to get it, we're going to understand it, or we're going to translate it properly in French, for instance. Nope. Because it's a work in progress. It's just, it doesn't stop. Never. Ever. Dogen himself rewrote it. And we are bound in the next few years to maybe translate it again and look at it again. Yes. That's life. Zen is not about freezing things. It's about freeing things. I think now you start to get the jazz and the beat behind it all. I would like to say how much I'm grateful for my teacher. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm grateful to you guys, to be patient and listen to my stupid sort of comments, because really, you know, but if I don't say anything, we've got to say something. Alright, so I say something. Maybe in a million words you find just a pearl or something that's worth something for you, for your practice. And if you can, well, I'm glad. But I'm not. I don't pretend I'm going to actually show you the very core. I just can't. I can't. It's not my aim, and it's not actually what I'm. No. And again, during the retreat in December, I'm going to let the priest do a lot of teaching. I shall teach a bit. I prefer teaching through my poor example than through my decorated words. So take care. So see you pretty soon for the first line. And thank you for your patience. Have a great autumn.